George. Yeah. 24. Hello, George.
Yeah.
What's the total? What's our total?
What's our total? What's our total?
47? He told me to send it to you, the PowerPoint. Which one? The suicide prevention. There you go. There, just pass it.
Okay.
There it is, right?
How many minutes?
Like 3 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Karen is going to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
So, George, 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 George. 48 is, what's the number? 48?
What's the number? 48
total? So we went down. We still went down. I thought we were at 50 now.
No, but they removed a few people. They removed, like Ted is no longer with us.
Didn't he leave?
Well, yeah. I asked him to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just sent you the here. This one?
Good evening, Jaslyn. How are you?
Jasmine, how are you?
Ask him if I need to download it. I'm gonna do both.
Download it? I'm gonna download it.
Don't start none, won't be none.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, all board members, please take a seat. We're about to get started. New board members, if you could raise your hand. Welcome, new board members. Beautiful, I did both. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, ready to get started? Okay. All right, we're about to get started.
Okay. All right, we're about to get started.
Do I need to? Order. Good evening, everyone. So we're going to open up our first meeting of the year. Today is Thursday, September 25th, and it is 7:12 p.m. If everyone can mute our folks that are joining us via WebEx. Okay. Better? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Again, today is Thursday, September 25th. We're opening up our September full board meeting at 7:12. And we're going to get started with our public gallery session. And so just to remind folks, public gallery session, please note that you will have 3 minutes to speak, 2.5 minutes to speak, 30 seconds for follow-ups. We just ask that everybody mutes. Can everybody mute? Okay. All right, we're going to get started. Okay. Do we have anybody here, public galleries, that would like to speak? Okay, do we have a sign-in sheet? Do you have that? Okay. All right, who's first? Yeah.
Okay, good evening. Community speaks. Darnell Laborde.
Meeting is being recorded.
Good evening. All right, there we go. Good evening, board. Thank you for having me. First and foremost, I want to say welcome back. Excited about the work that you guys have already done and the work that you're going to continue to do this year. My name is Darnell Liebert. I'm the founder of Darnell Cares, and I just wanted to bring to you guys an opportunity as I am now embarking on my 7th annual end of summer clothing drive. So for the last 7 years, at the end of summer for 2 weeks, I travel across 5 boroughs and collect clothes for the less fortunate. I have a partnership with Bowery Mission in Soho, New York, where I donate the clothes, which is a men's shelter in New York City for those who don't know, and they have a partnership with a sister and children's shelter. So I'm here to invite you guys to pack a bag and contact me via social media at Darnell Cares on Instagram or via email darnellcares@gmail.com to be a part of that. In the Bronx, we have 3 drop-off locations. 2 are being held at Kevin Riley's office on Gun Hill Road and then in Co-op City. And then the 3rd location is at Uptown FEC, located at 3535 Holland Avenue, Bronx, New York. So I just wanted to bring that to Community Board 12 for the members as well as the community if they wanted to donate. The drive started on September 22nd and will end on October 7th. So any questions, feel free to contact me. I will ensure that Dominique and Alpha has the information, which they already do, to share with you guys in your group chat so that you guys can donate. Currently today, I'm about 3 days in and collected 55 bags already in our borough, so great work. It's very simple. All you have to do is pack a bag, contact me, and I'll be there to pick it up. Thank you. Great question. Great, great question. Great question. So I'm collecting men's, women's, and children's clothing and footwear, all age, no restrictions. All I ask is that the clothes be packed in a bag, just so it's easy to transport. But again, I will provide Alpha and Dominique with the communications and steps for you all to follow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Next.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Guy Loving. I'm the community liaison for the Uptown Family Enrichment Center. As you heard from Mr. Darnell, we are one of the places where you can drop off clothes. We have had an amazing summer. We have gotten our location at 3535 Holland Avenue between 211th and 212th Street. We've had some many open houses where we've invited community members in. We met with some of the parent coordinators from some of the schools in the community, some of the therapists in the community. We've also met with some community members. We'd have them come over to meet. We had the 47th Precinct Council. They were invited. They came in and spent some time with us. We're going to invite the community board to come in. We're trying to come up with a date that would be feasible and acceptable for everyone to drop by. We are co-designing in the community. We have done a major parent drive over at PS 21. We had an open house for the parents of PS 21. We are on the move, and we ask that you support us and join in and co-design programming for our community. We were invited to sit at the table on a discussion about gun violence in this community, and we are actively involved in helping to solve that problem. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. Next, we have Juliana Cope from Mind Builders Creative Arts Center.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Again, I'm Juliana Cope from Mind Builders Creative Arts Center. Just wanted to share, I know many of you know us and know us well, but would love to share what we're doing. We're in the middle of our fall enrollment, and we have a wide range of programs, including free theater programs for ages 9 to 21. We have community fitness classes in soca, stretch, and Zumba. They're open to ages 16 and up. We also have tuition assistance, so if you know a family or you yourself, your neighbors, your colleagues are interested in joining us for our martial arts, our private and group music classes, or our dance classes, and finances are an issue, please do not, don't stop from applying. We have monthly application reviews for need-based scholarships that continue throughout this fall. Our programs start October 7th, but we will be reviewing tuition assistance applications on a monthly basis. We also have our stage band is currently recruiting, and we're looking for wind instruments. We have an incredible stage band that's been performing all over the borough. Those who are accepted get free one-on-one classes in the instrument of their choice. And I'll make one more plug, which is we also have $5 an hour dance rehearsal space for that is rentals available throughout the year. $5 an hour. It can be for a dancer or for a dance group. Cannot be for public classes, but it's a great community resource. We hope you'll take advantage and come through. I will leave some materials out front for anyone who's interested. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Carol Singleton.
Thank you. Oh, it's nice to meet all of you today. I'm an educator. I spent some time working with Ms. Dickerson in the school system. Since 1990, I've done a lot to help our youth in the Bronx and Manhattan and the boroughs to finish finish high school and get into college. I currently work with Children's Aid, and it's the foster care unit, and we help our children make it through high school, graduate, get into college, get their associate's and bachelor's degree. As you know, the dropout rate is very high among our students in general, and especially among foster care youth. One of the things that I'm looking to build upon is our ability to get internships and different experiences for our students to go and actually see something about the different areas that they're interested in studying and the professions they're interested in. We have students that are interested in nursing, technology, law, public service, and many, many areas. When I worked at Washington Irving High School, one of the things that made it successful for me to get all of my students into college and to finish their college bachelor's degrees was the fact that they had a chance to have internships and go visit different businesses. I'm sorry I didn't bring any cards with me today, but hopefully at the end of our session, if there's anyone that's interested in talking with me about the types of internship opportunities we might be able to offer to primarily our Bronx kids, because most of our youth are from the Bronx, I would love to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Moses Deese.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to get some information because I have written, pardon me? Oh, I'm here to get some information. In the past, and I'm gonna say several years, I have spoken to Community Board 12, 47th Precinct, previous city council person who is no longer covering my area. Sanitation, very simple information that I want. I can't seem to get it. To deal with quality of life issues in my community, that is centered around an automotive shop. Okay? And rather than going into any detail, I have, like I said, mentioned it many times, no success, complete failure. Just referred to other people, this person, that person, no action. But what I want tonight, if I can, and I understand the community board, if no place else, should be able to assist me. And that is, who is responsible for monitoring and dealing with service providers in an operation that is unlicensed? That is all I need at this point. I'll deal with the rest myself because I don't have any faith right now and confidence in the support that I've gotten. So I'm here for that. I was told by 311 last week that I need to go to the state, the New York State Highway Department, I believe, concerning this. And I just know that is not correct. But I accepted that and reached out just to verify. So that's what I need. So if you can give me that tonight, the name of the agency, POC, and whomever else, I'll go from there with it. Now, if you wish me to mention the situation again, you know, I'll do it, but I prefer not.
Thank you so much. Any feedback?
Yeah. Good, Moses, you can sit down. So the response, which I've told Moses numerous times, I sent an email on July 17th, which I copied. Moses has many complaints. So the crux of his unlicensed complaint goes to the Department of Consumer Affairs, or what was Consumer Affairs is now Worker Protection and something else, DCWP. Any unlicensed business in the city of New York, you make a 311 complaint. If they're unlicensed, they'll go out and inspect it. But just as I've said for board members, and this is for our new board members, George Torres and Ursula Green work for Community Board 12. I don't work for the 47th Precinct. I am not a cop. I don't have a uniform. I don't have a ticket summons book. I go to the 47th Precinct meetings, as does Moses. I've seen him there many times. Moses and I would say are friends. I've gone to Moses's meeting, the Wayfield Taxpayers Association meeting, and they've had these complaints there. I know that it is frustrating. I don't know, I don't have an answer for him because I don't work for those agencies. And I will tell you that we're in the midst of budget consultations right now. And when we speak to them, Consumer Affairs is not one of them, but when I speak to the 47 Precinct, as a matter of fact, it's this Friday at 5 o'clock, when I speak to them, I let them know. You can ask Ursula. I am persona non grata now at the 47th Precinct because I try to hold their feet to the fire. I go there, Benga's there, Alfredo's now the Sergeant at Arms there. Sheila I've seen at 47 Precinct Council meetings. We go to these meetings, the community turns out, and we speak to these issues, Moses. But if we don't get the support that we need from the agencies that are required and to do the enforcement, there's not much I can do. So go ahead, Bobby. It's okay. I've emailed, Moses, you emailed me, I sent you the response. I have the whole email chain, I can print it for you. It's not being disrespectful.
George,
but
without getting in,
Moses,
right.
Moses.
without
Moses,
getting into a whole protracted,
Right.
discussion on this particular, can you just briefly discuss what we're talking about? Because I'm just hearing, I'm hearing
right, so,
amorphous complaints, and I have no idea what we're even
sorry.
talking about.
All right, no, fair enough. So Moses made a complaint about, he made several complaints about people doing unlicensed car repair work on Baychester Avenue. Off Camp?
It's Baychester, the corner of East 241 and Baychester Avenue, right adjacent to Bristol Community Gardens, of which
One of the cross streets is 241st Street, the other cross street is Camp. So he made a complaint about that. I forwarded that complaint to Inspector Ashraf, and I think David Bell responded. David Bell, Officer Bell, Community Affairs. Yeah. So they responded that they would look into it and deal with it. But to Moses' credit, it is an ongoing problem. It is very similar to the complaints that we've made about tractor trailings parking throughout the district. As a matter of fact, Wes Tolene sent me an email 2 weeks ago, maybe, about the tractor trailers being back on the Nereid Avenue Bridge after the 47th Precinct made a whole big production about towing those vehicles off the bridge. And the issue, which is, again, what we bring up during budget consultations, is that there needs to be funding to sustain these efforts. You can't make a splash with, oh, I towed it, put it on Facebook, show the Facebook world that I towed several 12, 9, as a matter of fact, that was the 47th Precinct's response, was that they towed 395 cars and trucks since Inspector Ashraf has been there. But anybody that drives throughout the district knows that that's not a drop in the bucket because the tractor trailers are still there. When I drive to work, they're on Baychester Avenue. When I drive back home, they're on 229th Street. They're in front of all the places that we enjoy, like the YMCA. They're parked right there next to Spelman. They're on the curve. So that's what the crux of the complaint was, that they were doing illegal mechanic car work in. Now, the thing is, I will say, to, again, give Moses credit, he's been on this for a long time. The 47th Precinct gave us a nuanced response in that they're technically not on the street. There is a safety area. I don't know if you guys know how that area of Baychester is formed, but right in front of Bissell Gardens, there's like this really big gap between the sidewalk and the street. Yeah, there's like, and then they have the white, like, I don't know what that's called, safety paint, and then moldings or whatever. So they're in that gap. So just similar to what's on White Plains Road on the corner, you have those colored pads, those are supposed to be safety areas. And so when they park there, or when they park in those safety areas, the 47th response was rather creative in that, you know, they can't enforce that. So again, I'm sorry, that they couldn't enforce it. I guess getting rid of them, writing summonses for doing work in the. Okay.
Moses, we do
But-
understand. Okay, we're gonna take this offline. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, but we will take this offline. George, thank you for
it's fine.
keeping
I
us
just
updated.
mention one
Yes.
thing. So it looks like that parcel of land that you're describing is Bissell Avenue, which is a street. Bissell Gardens is a garden that is located on street land owned by the Department of Transportation, which coincidentally I'm a employee of, and speaking on personal recognizance, not in responsibility of my employer. But you might want to go submit a complaint to the Department of Transportation.
All right, okay, thank you so much. We're gonna continue, we'll take this offline. Thank you, George.
No problem.
Keep us posted, thank you so much. Okay, next.
Okay, next we have, I don't know, is this N. De La Rosa? Della Rosa. N. Della Rosa. Don Sibley's. Don Sibley's.
Good evening. My situation sounds similar, like a DOT issue, but I'll be brief. I've been told now that 232nd, there's signs that are there for no parking anytime, and the food truck continues to park there. And the school that's there, they put a little chain to keep people from parking on the corner of 232nd between Carpenter and 233rd and 232nd. So my point or my issue was, how can we as a community try to make this safer? Because the problem that we're having is the emergency vehicles. I've heard on the news that the response time has been slower because of all kind of reasons, and the DOT has no blame for all of this. When I think that all of these response issues and moving, even on White Plains Road, we need better enforcement or maybe planning so that we can make our streets easier to navigate.
What was your name again?
Donald Siblis.
Donald?
Yes.
So we already asked for a study for that street, whether it was conversion. We already mentioned to DOT our concerns. They came back and said that it wasn't warranted for a study, and so we kind of pushed to enforcement. And we can share more on that response, but this was something that we took up last year. We went back and forth a few times, so we are with you, and we are just as concerned as you are, and we will continue to push. And so calling 311, putting in complaints helps us, because then we can continue to push. But we already did, and they told us, they pushed back that it's an enforcement issue. So we know exactly the corner you're talking about by the hospital food truck.
Okay.
We'll continue to fight, though.
No. The precinct said that Monty needs their food, so they're not going to bother them.
Right.
That's how he came off at the 47 precinct meeting. That's
so
what
I would recommend, just one sec. I do recommend that you also come to our committee meeting where we can expand on it.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yes.
I just want to tell you that Montefiore asked to have that food truck removed. If anybody tells you Monty wants that food truck, it's not true, because I was working with them to get rid of that food truck. And they said, because the guy has no permit to be there. He parks in a no standing zone, and he sells his food. And enforcement refuses to issue summonses to him.
I know.
All right? But don't say Monty people want their food. Very few people from Monty eat off that truck.
That's what the officer.
Yeah, well, you know what?
That's what was mentioned at the last.
I tell you, I've been there. I sit on the advisory board of Montefiore Hospital over there. All right? And we've been battling this battle for at least 5 years now. And every time we try to get something done there, they turn us down, DOT. So, you're banging your head against the wall, but we're going to continue fighting to get rid of that food truck and also make the street more accessible.
Thank you.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it's supply and demand. So maybe the board people and everybody is saying Monty doesn't need the food there, but the employees, the employees frequent the truck all the time. I remember when they were in front of the hospital, not on Carpenter, but they were parked, and they initially got them away from 233rd Street, and they put them on the side. But because of the fact that the employees frequent it, it's supply and demand. The the food inside the hospital ends at a certain time. Haven't been having family members
No,
in the
that's
hospital.
noted.
Yeah.
And I do want us to bring that to committee. We do have to continue though, because we have a presentation, but Clinton made that same
Yeah.
comment, Karen, that it is an issue that the workers there do need it and want it there. But we'll continue the conversation. Anyone else here that's not on the list in person? Yes? Yeah. And if you can just state your name, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Juan Saldana with the Department of Sanitation. So I'm briefly going to go over and key points in the flyer here, and is to introduce a new system for commercial waste. The Bronx is going to be broken up into 2 zones, east and west. And I'll briefly go over some details. I do have some extra flyers that I can provide the board, and you guys can distribute that. So simply, all businesses, and this just pertains to businesses only, doesn't affect residential properties, must act by November 30th. Businesses must sign a new contract with a private carter and with carters that are authorized to work in your zone. There is a list of the carters in the back of the flyer that I will provide. And of course, to make our city cleaner and safer, the New York City Department of Sanitation has broken the 5 boroughs into 20 new commercial waste zones. If your waste is collected by a private carter, you must sign a new written service agreement with a zone authorized carter between October 1st of 2025 and November 30th of 2025, or the Department of Sanitation will choose a carter for you. Of course, if the flyer breaks down the different neighborhoods, I won't go over them, but they're of course in the flyer. But 3 key steps that businesses need to do. The first one, of course, you can visit nyc.gov/CWZ to confirm your zone by address and compare maximum carter rates. 2, obtain multiple quotes and negotiate your rate. Carters must provide recycling and organics collection at a discounted rate compared to trash collection. 3, sign a new written service agreement with a zone authorized carter, and then they will provide you with a green decal that you can affix to the front of your business, indicating that you're already set up with a new carter. There's also info sessions that are available. Any questions or concerns? Of course, I will still be around if anyone has concerns. I also noticed the gentleman had mentioned sanitation, so I would like to talk to him about his concerns.
That's great, and this is valuable information, so we would invite you to come to our small business committee and expand on it.
Absolutely.
Madam Chair, I just want to ask this gentleman if in fact you have any information on sanitation enforcement regarding illegal dumping.
Okay, yes.
Which is a magnificent issue within the Bronx.
I got you. So as far as that, after the fact, I'll still be here. We can discuss that, and I'll provide you my contact information, and I will get as much research as possible.
Thank you.
Question about this program. You know, I remember when they were first announcing it,
Right.
it's really going to reduce all of these private garbage trucks that zigzag across the borough, you know, dangerously swerving around traffic.
Right.
So really great to hear that this is finally being implemented. Do you have a date of when it's going to become effective?
So for now, we're asking all businesses to, of course, sign up between October 1st and November 30th. Come December 1st, they have to have one of these 3. And all the private carters, there's even on-street dumpsters and compactors. There's 4 companies that will handle that.
Thank you.
But
This is a lot of information, so we won't retain it, but definitely come back to committee, leave us
Absolutely.
the information, but in committee, you're able to take up more.
I got you. I'm so sorry.
No,
But
no, it's
thank
fine.
you,
Thank you so much for being here. We
allowing
appreciate
me
it.
to
Come
make
back.
this announcement.
Make sure you come back. Okay. The last person we have is Renee Patterson, and then we're going to close this section. Renee, you have 2.5 minutes. You're muted, Renee.
Thank you very much. It's good to hear your voice, and it's good to hear everybody at Community Board 12.
Renee, you have to speak louder. We can't hear you.
Oh, it's good to hear your voice, Beatrice. And it's good to hear everybody else's voice at Community Board 12. I hope you all had a restful, wonderful summer. I'm speaking about 2 things. The first thing is we also have a food truck that we have been trying to get off of Boston Road and Marola Place right by Ujama Garden, and it has just been horrific. So anything you can do to support us with trying to remove the food truck, we would really be appreciative. Also, in front of the food truck, we have a car wash. You know, those car washes that in the vans and everything, and it's just a filthy, dirty mess between Bavona Street and Bowler Avenue at Boston Road on the west side of the street. Second issue is the group homes that are coming into our neighborhood, deterring homeowners that want to buy homes because these group homes are just putting up prices that regular homeowners cannot afford. In addition to, there's no notification to the neighborhood. If you have 5 group homes within 5 blocks, what kind of neighborhood are we living in? So anyone that can help me with this issue, I'm really thinking of how I can get a bill through because this is absolutely ridiculous. Our neighborhood is turning into a group home bill. Thank you for any support I can get. Most people know who I am. If not, I'll put my information in the chat. Have a good evening.
That's a great point, and we do invite you to come back when we have our housing committee. That's committee number 1, Renee. So please stay tuned for that meeting, which will happen in October, and you can come and that you can expand on that as well. Robert, is there anything you want to say to that?
No, I concur with what Ms. Patterson's talking about, and I think it's time to talk to Councilman Riley. We'll have a discussion on this, definitely. All right. Thank you, Ms. Patterson.
You're welcome.
Okay, that closes our public gallery session. Thank you all. And now we're going to go to Ms. Benitez for roll call.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. Roll call. Judith Benitez, present. Carlton Berkeley is excused, unless he's here. Carla Basadi. Carla Basadi. I have to mark the absent because she's not answering. Patricia Boswell.
Present. This is Carla. I'm present.
Okay, thank you. Patricia Boswell. Michelle Brumfield. Michelle Bromfield. Joan Claude. Joan, are you online or? Joan? Okay, I'm marking her as not present. I'm marking her as absent. She's not answering me. Beatrice? Present. Cotton, Terry Cotton? Etonia Davis? Not absent. Tolene Dickerson? Tierra Donaldson, I'm marking as excused. Denise Echeverria, I'm marking as excused. Jaslyn Farmer. Alfredo Figueroa.
Present.
Sabrina Fisher, I'm marking as excused. Johnny Goff, excused. Sheila Grierson. Robert Hall.
Here.
John Isaac, I know is here. He's in the back. Okay. Alpha Kamara. Robert Link.
Here.
Javid Malik. Mark is absent. Kimon, am I pronouncing it correct? Kimon Martin. Thank you. Lucille Martin. Lam Manshaw is not here, am I correct? Antoinette Mitchell, absent. Philomena Moss. Andrea Murray. Elise, I'm sorry, I just skipped over that name. Clinton Mike. Daryl Nami. I'm assuming.
Daryl Nanny here
Where? On the internet?
on the internet, yes.
Thank you. You have to be on camera. Anytime you go on internet, virtual, you have to be on camera. And you also have to notify the board that you're going to be out for whatever the reason is and not here in person.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Carmen Ortiz. I haven't seen Carmen. I have to mark her absent. Wayne Palmer. Reginald Paris. Absent. Ariel Peters. Dominic Finn. Anthony Reed.
Present.
On virtual. You
Yes.
must be on camera. If you're not, okay, thank you. He wasn't before.
Yeah. You see that pretty picture of me?
I see,
Tracy?
yeah, I see it, Rick. I see you, Anthony. I see you. Nicholas Rosa, Sherry Samuels, Karen Skinner, Carl Stricker, Benga Sabea, Luke Sabados, Deborah Tiara, Troy Thomas. Where's Troy? Hi. And Damon Tortine. I didn't see him. Damon Tortine is here? On virtual anywhere? Okay, thank you. Madam Chair, we do have a quorum.
Congratulations. And I do want to give a special shout out to our new board members. If you can just stand up, our new board members, so that we can recognize you. Yes. Give us the 2-second introduction, the 2-second pitch.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimon Martin. Thank you for having me. I've lived in the Bronx for the last 18 years, originally from Jamaica. The Bronx is home. And so it's important for me to be a part of community decisions, and I am thankful that you all have welcomed me into your space, and I look forward to serving.
Thank you. New media, we can hear you. Anyone else over here new? Tori, are you in Troy, are you in high school? Can you introduce yourself? Welcome.
Hi, my name is Troy Thomas. I'm 16 years old, and I attend Cardinal Spellman. I believe civic engagement is the backbone of our democracy, and I'm very happy to be here.
Hey, woo, woo. A very special shout out to you. Just so you know, these meetings are in person. You have to be in person, but we will look out for you. Thank you so much for being here. We always say we need the youth perspective and voice, so you will be that for us. So thank you. Next. Please stand up. Thank you. Terry.
Hello, everyone. I am Terry Matthews Cotton. I'm relatively new to the Bronx. I moved here in 2019. I just want to say thank you for having me. I am really invested in our community and especially our youth. And for that reason, I have applied to the board. So thank you very much for having me. I look forward to being here and working with you all.
Wonderful. Anyone online that's a new board member?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Daryl Nanny. I'm really pleased and happy to have the opportunity to work with everybody. Sorry I couldn't be there in person because life happened, single dad life. But my interest is really into healthcare. I'm an employee at the Moses campus of Montefiore. I work in heart transplantation. So I think about a lot of the times our patients prior to heart transplant, there's a lot of heart failure. So just thinking about how to increase healthcare access in the Bronx and in our district.
Thank you so much. Welcome. And Dara, we are a kid-friendly, family-friendly zone, so you're always welcome to bring your child. Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Okay, and remember, cameras on if you're online. All right, so now we're going to move on to our presentation, the White Plains Road Neighborhood Plan. Brenna, Paul, and team.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to see some familiar faces. If I haven't had a chance to introduce myself, my name is Kristen Roach. I'm with the Department of City Planning. I'm here with my colleagues tonight. I have Jocelyn Schaefer. We have your CB12 liaison, Brenna Hemmings, and Bronx Borough Director, Paul Phillips. Is it possible to pull up the presentation? Pretty, please. Should I just go ahead and tell you next slide? That's the best way. Okay, great. Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us. So we're really excited to speak with you tonight about the White Plains Road Neighborhood Plan. This plan was launched back in May in partnership with CM Riley as well as Eric Denowitz. So for the agenda tonight, we have a short presentation to provide you an overview of the White Plains Road Neighborhood Plan, give you a general overview of our neighborhood planning process and the public engagement that we've done to date since we last came to the board in June. And then we'll end with some next steps as well as an opportunity for questions and answers. Next slide, please. Okay, so to get started, who we are at DCP. So we're the Department of City Planning, also known sometimes as NYC Planning, also DCP for short. We are a city agency that plans for the strategic growth and development of the city. We engage with communities to develop plans that align with local as well as citywide needs. For example, the project that we're here tonight to speak about. We also improve public spaces in the built environment as well as address historic inequities. Next slide. So DCP is a zoning and land use agency. We promote housing production and affordability. We foster economic development, coordinate investments in infrastructure and services, and support resilient, sustainable communities across the 5 boroughs for a more equitable New York City. So what is a neighborhood plan? The neighborhood plan establishes the visions, goals, and strategies for the future of White Plains Road. We know that there are many issues that folks are facing today, and there are a lot of important conversations being had about that, but this is something separate. The planning process is a really unique opportunity to shape the future of the neighborhood. So the plan is developed in close collaboration with DCP, partner agencies, and community members. And this all guides how we will all work together to shape the next 10, 15, 20 years in the neighborhood. So I really want to emphasize the collaboration aspect of this plan. It would not be a neighborhood plan if it wasn't for the community members and your neighbors. So here on the screen, you have the plan area as well as the context area. So in May of this year, we launched the official planning process for the White Plains Road Neighborhood Plan. White Plains Road is a long corridor, as I'm sure you know, but this neighborhood plan is focused on the specific section that is located within Community Board 12. So following along White Plains Road, the plan area, which is shaded in the darker orange, it starts at the north border of the Bronx where it meets Mount Vernon. The boundary then extends about 4 miles south all the way to AD Avenue. We will also be extending the boundary east along East 233rd Street to Paulding Avenue, and then we also expand it east along East Gun Hill Road, spanning all the way from the rest of the Bronx River to the east towards Boston Road.
Can everyone online please mute themselves?
Could you go back, just want to wrap up that slide? Yeah, great. Okay, so for the plan area, we'll be exploring potential for increase in housing, particularly affordable housing, economic development, as well as opportunities for investment. And then when we look at the larger area, we call it the context area in this map, that's that lighter shade of orange. That's like a quarter-mile buffer from White Plains Road, or the plan area, and we'll be exploring potential projects for improvements along with opportunity areas for growth. Next slide. Okay. There we go. The first half says White Plains Road, as you could probably guess. There's some fun icons. There we go. Okay, so before our public launch in May, DCP looked at this area for the initial assessment of strengths as well as opportunities. We observed that White Plains Road is an active retail corridor with a long history and strong cultural identity. The area has great access to public transportation as well as public parks. However, the area is also facing some challenges, just like the rest of the Bronx and New York City as a whole. The neighborhoods surrounding the White Plains Road are growing, but not enough housing is being produced to meet these housing needs. The vacancy rate for apartments is lower than 10 years ago, and more people are rent burdened and spending more than 30% of their income on rent. Next slide. Okay, so what can a neighborhood plan do? White Plains Road has many positive assets, but some improvements could be implemented to improve the quality of life for current and future residents. Today, the city has more tools than ever before to help address these issues and opportunities. A neighborhood plan can help lay the foundation and identify tools to revitalize the White Plains Road commercial corridor by fostering economic opportunity and addressing housing needs by increasing permanently affordable housing for all. Yes, please. Okay, so what exactly is the neighborhood planning process? This is an 18 to 24-month process intended to facilitate conversations among communities as well as agency partners. We really want to hear your input throughout every step of this process. Over the next 2 years, we'll be working slowly and thoughtfully together to build this plan in collaboration with you. So you'll see from the graphic that the neighborhood planning process is split into 2 different parts. The first being the community planning process. This includes, you'll see phases like the learn phase, create, and refine. At the end of each of those phases, you can see at the bottom that we'll release a document that shows the community what we've developed in collaboration with you. So for example, you'll see the vision and goals at the bottom of the learn phase, as well as neighborhood planning framework and a draft neighborhood plan. These are the interim goals for each of these phases, and you can use them to understand what we've learned to date as well as what will happen next. Again, those will be published at the end of each phase and shared with the community. The next portion of the process is the public review process, and this is where the plan is really solidified and finalized. You may already be familiar with our ULERP process as CB12 members. I know there's some new board members, so welcome. The ULERP process is the Uniform Land Use Review Procedure. We'll help you prepare for that at every step to ensure that you know how to participate as well as how to be effective in this process. So we really view your partnership as essential for this plan. The goal for the neighborhood planning process is to really foster an informed, inclusive dialogue and decision-making as we shape this proposal and identify resources to support the neighborhood. Next, please. So as mentioned, right now we're in the learn phase. This phase is really focused on learning from you the challenges, the opportunities, and the hopes for the neighborhood. We want to hear directly from you to help shape the vision and goals for the neighborhood for the neighborhood plan. The outcome of this phase, as mentioned, is the vision and goals. So as the name suggests, this is a document that collects the shared community vision for the future of White Plains Road and the surrounding neighborhoods. Because every neighborhood is unique, so are the community goals for each neighborhood plan. For example, back in 2019, we did the Jerome Avenue plan, which identified support for auto-related businesses as one of their goals because of the corridor's history with auto repair shops. So that gives you an example of that every community with a neighborhood plan has produced a unique vision and goals document that reflects the community's priorities. So we're actively working in collaboration with you to identify what we should be doing for White Plains Road. So for the summer engagement, as I said, we've been actively collaborating with you. We launched back in May. So you've gotten a sense of what we're trying to achieve over the next year and a half, but we'd like to go over what we've actually heard from the community to date since we've launched. Hand it off to Jocelyn.
Hi, everyone. So this summer we were very busy. We attended over 20 public events. If we could go to the next slide. Perfect. So we've attended over 20 events since the launch back in May. These events include street fairs, roundtable conversations with stakeholders, and tabling events, and more. We've prioritized being present in existing neighborhood events, as well as talking with residents about concerns and hopes for the future of the corridor. In-person engagement alone has provided over 300 public comments from the community, ranging from comments about public safety to comments on how to improve existing open spaces in the area. We've also received almost 200 online survey responses so far, and we hope that you guys can all help us get a few more. So if you could go to the next slide. One of the best and quickest ways to provide your input to the plan is through the survey. So if everyone can take out their phones and snap a quick picture of this QR code. If you've already taken the survey, we also encourage you to take a picture, send it to your neighbors, send it to your family, send it to your friends. The survey provides us with data on your connection with the area and your top pressing issues, and allows you to tell us your priorities. One of the survey questions asks you to rank your top 3 pressing issues that affects the area. And according to the survey data so far, street conditions, public safety, affordability are the biggest issues facing the area. So it's crucial that you complete this survey if you haven't done it already. We need to hear from as many people as possible to get a clear and accurate idea of what the community's priorities are. And again, this is a neighborhood plan, and without neighbors' participation, it wouldn't be a neighborhood plan. So we really encourage you to send it around. And if you could go to the next slide. And if you've completed the survey already, there are more ways for you to stay involved and informed about the planning process. You can sign up for our virtual newsletter to receive monthly updates about the planning process. And if you're interested in signing up, just find me after the meeting. I can get your email to sign you up. And we also have flyers that link you to our website where you can also sign up. And just come up to me after the meeting and we can set some on the table as well.
Okay, so what's next? Where do we go from here? All that engagement that you we just went over, all of this is leading up to a really big public workshop at the end of October. It's October 29th. We're still trying to nail down the location of it, but if you sign up for the newsletter, you will definitely be notified as to when and where that will be. But if you could mark your calendars right now for October 29th, I believe it's a Wednesday, we would love to see you there. Absolutely. It's essential again to the planning process. So we really look forward to seeing you there. And that concludes our presentation for this evening. We're excited to hear your questions, or if you have any comments. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
This is definitely exciting times, and I do encourage you all to take part in it. As part of the presentation was, this is really your vision as well. This is your opportunity to kind of like map out what you would like to see in your district. So don't make light of that. Any questions?
Yeah, Madam Chair, first of all, I want to thank you for taking part in Gun Hill Family Day when you was on Holland Avenue. Did a tremendous job. Are you looking for a location with regards to October 29th?
I know we're talking with the council member, trying to coordinate something, but yes. The short answer is yes. We would love a location for.
No, okay, all right. I mean, I'll get with the councilman. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
All right.
It needs to be big enough to. We're hoping to get a lot of participation. So a space that can host a lot of people would be great. If you have suggestions. How many people? As many as we can get. I mean.
Ideally,
yeah.
So like a gymnasium setting. When we've done this before, we've done them in gymnasiums. We did, a similar type of event at the Bronx Museum of the Arts in that ground floor space. So, we want to, so we want a lot of people to attend. We also will have materials and boards. So you also want opportunities for people to be able to navigate and flow through the event as well. So don't just come to the event, everyone here. Come to the event and bring a neighbor, bring a friend. So whenever you come, bring your neighbors, bring your friend. We want as many people to participate in the event as possible.
It's not just housing. There's other things you can think of, right? We have like right by the train, there's that open space. You can imagine that, right? Farmers market, all kinds of things.
Parking.
Food hall, food court hall.
So I helped organize with Judy Desiree from a farmer's market to put in a farmer's market, which we operated 2 summers ago at that plaza outside White Plains Road, right under the train. And it was a great idea. We had vendors, we had jump rope, we had people coming out, small businesses serving for the first time the food that they prepared in their homes, entrepreneurs, and it was a really exciting thing. The only problem is that we don't have enough people to support these really interesting economic opportunities that that the community wants. And it seems like White Plains Road. You mentioned the first thing is the street conditions that people list as their top thing. We want to make White Plains Road a destination. We want people to feel comfortable walking. A lot of times, after when these meetings close, people say, hey, Luke, you shouldn't really walk home or ride your bike home because everything's shuttered. There's not a street life that you feel safe to walk on. So I think we're looking for that kind of street life that you feel safe to walk on, destinations. People talk about commercial destinations, but also people. We need customers. We need, when you walk down the street, an empty street is a lot scarier than a street filled with a lot of different types of people, walking, So I think that vitality is something that we're always talking about wanting to bring to White Plains Road.
Go ahead, Karen.
So I get what you're talking about, because when you go to Arthur Avenue, there's a street life. There's stuff, I'm just saying on that part of the Bronx. So what happens up here, unfortunately, White Plains Road, one, it's dirty, and you have to have businesses take responsibility for the environment that's around their shops, stores, or whatever. If you're letting people sit in front of your store with their liquor bottles, and I mean, I know there's homelessness, but if it's not an inviting situation where you want to walk through White Plains Road if you feel like every corner, you know, there's so many people just hanging out. Like, you don't even have people that want to go to the bank because so many people are hanging out in front of the bank. You know, you want to go to the vendors in front of the train stations and stuff like that. There's, like, we need more police enforcement in these areas, but you have to make it so that it's not scary
Thank
to
you.
walk down these streets. Excuse me?
Thank you.
Oh. You know, so just, so that, you know, it's inviting when I'm walking down the street and I want to go to, because there's a lot of eclectic, lot of shops and businesses, but some of them I don't even want to go into because I have people begging outside the stores, or I have to walk across garbage, you know, and then how you're parking in front of the streets. If I'm driving, there's no place, there's no enforcement to how parking is on White Plains Road. Good.
I just wanted to say that the other part of it also is that it's not well lit either. So when it gets to a certain part of the night, if I was outside by myself, I'd feel very unsafe. Me and somebody else in here had a meeting somewhere else. And I remember the whole time we were walking, even with the cops on the street, I kept looking back. Because if your back is like turned, anybody could just run up on you. And if there's no cops on that block, it's like they're a couple blocks over, that becomes like that safety concern that we've been talking about. So one of the things that they need to think about in the infrastructure is that lighting and making sure that the areas are really well lit.
I would like to say this. Underneath the train station, in the greenery area, across the street from the area that you're referring to, it's not well lit. However, it's a greenery section and nobody goes in there. All right? I'm talking of past Marcus Garvey Square in that grass area. It probably could use some lighting, and you know what you have intentions of doing would probably be advantageous. It's just a thought.
I'll say these are all really great ideas, and I think one of the things you guys are identifying specific locations. So this is also why we need folks to participate, because the survey is very general, and you know we have an idea of like what the general issues are. But as we get deeper into the plan, we want to know like specific like locations where we can focus on. So all of this information is really helpful. So encourage you folks to come to the event on the 29th, but also this is a marathon and it's not a sprint. And I know you guys are public servants. I was a DM for 7 years, so I know the work that you guys do every month. It's not just this meeting, there's lots of others, but I encourage you folks to hang in there because this is really important, and this plan it won't come to fruition if you guys don't participate, and it really is your plan, and we want your vision to be articulated through this plan.
Okay, 2 more questions. We have George, and then we have Daryl. George first.
Daryl can go first.
Daryl, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. I guess I had 2 short questions. The one question is like, what is the target amount of housing that we're looking for in the area? Because there was like this housing development that I was looking at, this Wakefield Village transit community. Is this in relation to that community as well, where they said they were going to be 1,200 units, 5 buildings, a farmer's market, a green space, possibly a school?
No, that's separate. That's not part of this.
Okay, so then how would that affect I guess, are we worried about overcrowding at all in the area?
So we're in the learn phase. We're not there yet. We haven't identified like any targets for housing or anything like that. So, and I think if you remember the graphic, so we're in the learn phase, which is really our opportunity to really hear from folks and understand what priorities are. And so that's sort of where we are in that phase. So it's kind of too early to say like, you know, what we might be looking in terms of density units or anything like that.
This is the very beginning of the phase. George?
All right. So I just want to say thank you to Paul and your team. They have been all over the district. I've had conversations with board members. Some of our board members here sit on the steering committee that is going over this. But I want my board members to understand ultimately what this project is. This is a zoning. This is a change in zoning. So we just went through this exercise with the city of Yes, which this community board voted against. And the only reason I say that is the very same issues that we had with city of Yes, which is they couldn't mandate affordable housing, they couldn't do parking, and they couldn't dictate what businesses came to this community. If we wanted a Trader Joe's, a Whole Foods, or something to that effect, something nice or fancy, that city planning couldn't help us. And I just want people to be very clear about what this is. This is a zoning change to upzone White Plains Road to include more housing. The second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ask, because I don't want to make an ignorant statement. I checked with one of my board members, and I thought it was the property on Barnes Avenue that you had a picture of. That property on Barnes Avenue that you have a picture of in your presentation is a homeless shelter, which is what we're terrified about.
Yep.
The housing developments that have been built here in this district that have gone on Housing Connect, 4180 Carpenter, 3677 White Plains Road, Barnes Avenue and East 233rd Street, have all gone off Housing Connect and turned into homeless shelters by this administration. And there is no guarantees going forward, or can you? Is that a guarantee that city planning is willing to make that none of the future developments that come here will turn into homeless shelters? Because since 2022, we have gotten over 14 homeless shelters in this district. Now, we should count our lucky stars because there are other districts in the South Bronx that have triple that. But we're talking about Community Board 12. And we're talking about the anxiety for the meetings that I've gone to. You were at, Paul, at the YMCA meeting with Kevin Riley with his community conversations. And you had a gentleman come up and speak about the development right there on Gun Hill Road on the corner of Holland Avenue. That was also turned into a homeless shelter. And that is the anxiety that my folks feel whenever we see a new housing development. I get phone calls. As a matter of fact, 4350 Van Cortlandt Park East is another infamous project. It was a doctor's office. It was just, they're supposed to tear it down and build a housing development. The significance of that is that there's a penthouse on the top of that development, and I have everybody in Woodlawn calling my office asking that's going to be a homeless shelter. The council member, Eric Dinowitz, has spoken about it. It's not going to be a homeless shelter. We've reached out to DHS. DHS tells us it's not going to be a homeless shelter. But that has not changed the perception on the street that these people are fearful that it's going to be a homeless shelter. There is another development on 230th and Napier in Woodlawn that is also happening that I'm getting significant phone calls about. So that is what I want my board to understand, that when we're talking about, oh, let's talk about lighting and let's talk about this, that's all well and good. We spoke about lighting when Connie Moran was the commissioner several years ago about increasing the lighting. They said, oh no, we're gonna do LED lighting. Does anybody think that that LED lighting is an improvement over what was there previously, or that that's sufficient? So, you know, I don't want to make empty promises to my board or my board members to go in, because empty promises were made about the bike lanes. We just had budget consultations with DOT, and I asked them, I said, DOT promised us that DSNY, another city agency, the Department of Sanitation, would have mechanical brooms, smaller mechanical brooms that were specifically designed for bike lanes to go down those bike lanes. Their response was, DSNY has 2 for the whole Bronx. Not 2 for Community Board 12, 2 for the whole Bronx. So my fear and my anxiety when I speak to you guys, and why I'm passionate about this sort of thing right now, is that all of you need to participate. All of you need to fill out that survey. All of you need to have your voices heard, because city planning has been at these meetings. And when I go to these meetings, I only see 20 people. And it's usually the same 20 people. And they don't speak for this at-large community. So I want all of you to participate
Ice
in
in the
that
glass,
survey
flashing the
and
baton.
understand what's going on
Taking
here.
gyrate fast lanes.
Somebody
In the
talking?
product, in the product, in the product.
I'm gonna have to mute somebody.
Can you mute yourself online, please? Can you mute yourself online, please?
So I just want to make sure, because like I said, you're going to make promises, but city planning is only in charge of zoning. You have no province over DOT, sanitation, any other agency that actually carries out the enforcement of these things. So that is my my comment to you. I've expressed this comment in private to city planning. I've expressed it to the executive board members,
George
but I'm
is muted
expressing it now
online.
in
I
this
cannot hear
setting
George.
so that everybody understands that when they say, yeah, you know, we want to talk about what the areas of concern are, please be mindful that what is what is city planning going to do to address that? Are they going to get guarantees from DOT and firm capital commitments from city agencies to make those changes? Because right now, this is just an upzoning. This is just a
I
housing
don't think
plan.
anyone online can hear
That's
what
my
George Torres is saying currently. He is muted online. New Face Media is muted.
What happened?
Unmute George, please.
George is muted, so they can't hear you, George.
Happen? Oh, they're saying we're online muted? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. Well, anyway, that you guys were able to hear it, so you can speak to those things.
So, oh, they can't hear? Oh, yeah.
I can't hear online. George is muted.
Did they hear? Did they hear anything? I think so.
Has nothing to do with that.
I'm sorry? What did I do? What did I
Then we
do?
can vote.
Guys.
No.
Oh, come on. I've had a
Can you
rough
hear
week.
us
You
now?
gotta be
Yeah,
nice
ask
to me.
Daryl if you can hear us.
Yeah, we can. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I can hear you now.
There's an echo. Yeah, there's an echo. Give
Or
us
maybe
one
it's just
sec.
like
Sorry,
for those
guys.
individuals that can't hear.
Can everybody online mute themselves? See, but I see you as muted here, New Face Media.
Yeah, so they have to. You're.
But it's muted here.
Oh, that's she's online.
Yeah, so mute your computer.
We could only hear the chairperson.
Can you hear this? Anybody online? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So, is it muted?
All right, can you hear us now?
Still muted.
Daryl, can you hear us? Oh, you muted. We muted you. Sorry. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, she muted everybody on the. So you have to unmute
Back in the
yourself.
old days when you didn't stream anything. Say again?
Keep checking.
Can you hear us online now? Can you hear us online?
It's the audio. Most of the other, I mean,
Dead air, dead air.
All right, you can hear us? We're gonna have to continue like this. But you hear me, but it's an echo. You
Only
see?
person
Is
we
that
hear
fine?
is the chairman, chairperson.
Oh, they can only hear they can only hear me. That they can only hear me?
Whose phone is that?
Correct.
Forget it.
It appears that the chairperson's mic is the only one that's live.
Yeah, we can hear you guys online.
Okay.
We're gonna continue because you can hear us,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I can hear
All
you.
right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sorry,
That's okay.
Paul.
So I do just want to clarify one thing. So George, you said this is just
Can you hear Paul?
Can you hear me? Just about
We can
zoning
hear
and
him in the
rezoning.
background,
That's not actually
not on his
true.
mic.
This is a
So the
neighborhood
new face
plan.
media
So
user is muted, and that's why we probably cannot hear anything anymore.
What did you say?
The new face media,
We know that.
yeah, is muted.
We
That's
told
why we
them that.
can't hear anything. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't. hear anything.
So their camera and their mic is muted.
that's why that's
What?
where the echo is coming from.
What? We know that. We're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out
Can
how
you
for them to mute
go to
themselves.
New Face, see if they're muted on there?
They are.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, Frank, you
Yeah,
are.
that's what I'm saying. New face is
Okay, see if
muted.
you can unmute it
Should
for
I
them.
make him presenter?
You can make him a co-host.
Yeah, you do know
Because you're the
it was
host.
raining outside when I came in. So
Okay, try now.
Find out, Frank. She made you co-host.
not dramatic. This is
No, we don't. We don't hear anything.
have to what?
Where's New Face now?
Do what?
Yeah, we're not hearing them.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Do you see New Face now?
Is it?
I don't see them now.
New Face is done?
Yeah.
How was it?
Testing
not
1
up?
2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I still see new face. New
Yeah.
Can
face
the
is still there.
online group
I see the
hear?
video. I see
Testing 1
everything
2
going on. I
3.
just can't hear it.
Testing. Testing.
Sorry, board members, if you could just keep it down. We're just trying to figure this out. Sorry. I don't. Oh, here they are now. He's still muted. He's still muted.
What was the name of the place you went to?
There used to be a thing where you can ask them to unmute themselves.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
cold.
it is. It's
From New
well,
Face's
yeah.
window, can you
It's cold in
unmute
here.
New Face directly? Yeah, there you go. That.
No.
Oh, it's not letting you unmute.
I mean,
Okay, so Frank, yeah, it's not letting her unmute. Unmute. System setting. Frank, I might need you to come check this out.
George, maybe try
It's
from your
not letting
computer.
me.
Maybe try from your computer to unmute them. Maybe try.
Yeah, because it does say George is a co-host, New Face
Yeah.
is a co-host, but you can't do anything from your.
No.
Is your Zoom set as a host?
Yeah, I'm a co-host.
You're a co-host also. Oh, so one quick second. Sorry. Okay?
Yes.
I just want to try this here.
I was born for these moments.
Let me see if this.
No, I just.
Frank, yeah, for some reason it's
You
not
want to
letting
come
me.
talk here?
You want me to use
Yours.
that?
Yeah, come talk here.
Sorry.
We're gonna see from George is completely right.
Yeah, let's continue.
So I'll just be real quick, because I know you guys have other things on the agenda. So I do just want to clarify some of the things that George said. So this is not just about rezoning. So under previous administrations, we had done just rezoning studies. This is a neighborhood plan. You saw the graphic with the neighborhood planning process. This is 18 to 24 months. There's engagement that's happening not only with you guys as stakeholders, we are engaging with our sister agencies. We've already, as part of the launch, we do for all of our studies, we do a similar presentation where we introduce the study to all of our agency partners. Our agency partners will be engaged. We'll be sharing data that we get from you guys in terms of priorities, and we'll be working with them to craft solutions and strategies based on the information we get from you guys as part of a plan. So I'm not going to I can't promise what will be at the end, but I can promise you that this will be a process that will engage not just you guys, but also will engage key agencies. You mentioned DOT, Parks. All of those agencies, one, are aware of the study, and they will be a part of this plan and part of this process. So just wanted to clarify that for folks.
Did the
Did the online
folks
folks hear that?
Joan,
Joan, you didn't hear that?
No, not all the way. There was in and out with the communication.
I was able to hear.
You did
You
hear.
did hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions
before we conclude that portion?
I do have a question.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Is this a
Is
board
this a board
member?
member?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, this portion is only open for board
members.
members.
Okay, I apologize.
Apologies. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We'll continue to engage.
And we'll see folks on the 29th and take the survey.
We'll see folks on the 29th. They're asking, please make sure you participate. Take the survey. This is the very beginning stages. Please make sure you participate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna move ahead with the elected officials and representatives report, and we'll start with Kimberly. Is there a Kimberly here from Borough President Gibson's office?
Hello.
Let's see if they don't hear you. You may have to come here. Speak up.
Hi. Can they hear me? I know you can hear me. I don't know if the people
Can you hear online? Daryl, can you hear?
I can hear a little bit.
Daryl, can you hear?
Maybe I'll just go over there.
Yes, I can hear
Yeah.
a little bit. She would have to speak again.
Hello, good evening. On behalf of the Borough President's, I'm Kimberly McNabb. I'm the Deputy Director for Planning and Development at the Borough President's office. The Borough President is not here today, but on our office's behalf, on our behalf, we want to welcome everyone back. We hope that everyone had a good summer, and a special welcome to the new members. I see some familiar faces. I was at the training last month, and just again to reiterate, we're looking forward to working with everyone, and we want to remind you that our office is a resource for support and information, so please do not hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns. Just as a refresher, the Borough President was at your swearing-in ceremony, and she's really excited that we were able to welcome over 70 new appointed members across the 12 different boards. We received over 500 applications, so congratulations, you made it through. Of those selected, 3/4 are between the ages of 16 and 49, so we have a lot of younger generations being represented, which is fantastic. Fresh perspectives to the boards. So again, welcome and congratulations. And just quickly, I know we don't have a lot of time.
Give me 1 sec. Sure.
Folks online, we really need you to mute yourself. Joan, I see you're unmuted. We're having technical difficulties, so if everybody mutes themselves, we'll have a better chance of hearing each other.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Late last month, going into the end of the summer, there was a joint announcement with the NYPD, DSNY, Parks, DOT, Sanitation, and a number of others about a 1.5 million fund as part of the Clean Streets Are Safe Streets initiative. This money will go towards enhanced surveillance, including the installation of new security cameras, and 500,000 to DSNY for security cameras as part of this initiative, which is a step towards combating illegal dumping and enhancing public safety and improving overall quality of life. The locations of where those cameras are have not been announced. And yeah, that was it. I also left some flyers for some upcoming events. We have a job fair on October 10th. There is a DV walk that we're doing with Darcel Clark's office. There's a couple of things out there, so feel free to take a look at the flyers and take some home. Thank you.
Apologies.
I also have a question. So is the money? I know the money is for dumping, because littering is a huge problem in the Bronx. But is the office also looking at other ways of curbing littering in the Bronx, like aside from security cameras, like maybe expanding the access? Yeah, more sanitation workers, more garbage cans, but more creative solutions such as different types of trash cans that have been shown, and like different places in the world that have been more attractive for people to actually throw away their garbage instead of just throwing it away. Larger receptacles, more
I'm sorry,
frequent
just
pickups.
one sec. I'm so sorry. I just have to make a quick announcement. We're going to have to troubleshoot. New media is going to log off. So we're going to lose some folks. Just log back on. Apologies. Okay? So log off if you're online. New media is going to log back on. No? Okay, just new media. Everybody else can stay. Sorry.
No, we're doing the test. I'm done. I don't have any more questions. Yeah. Do you want to answer this question? It's a short answer, but I don't really have an answer.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just going to quickly say I'm not from sanitation, so I don't have specific answers. But I know that these are things that have come up with them in the past, so I would highly encourage you to reach out to them for more specific answers.
Okay, but in terms of funding, since there is funding being allocated, will funding be also allocated in terms of seeing how often sanitation goes down White Plains Road, as well as seeing if we can expand that? Because
That
it'll be
I
more
don't know,
effective.
but I can look into that.
That would be-
follow up. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be really efficient. The security cameras, they will help with the large dumping, but we have littering all over the Bronx, and that's what people see all the time. Sure, the dumping, it's a big site, but I walk out the street, I'll see garbage on the street.
Sorry about that, Kimberly. Can everybody hear us online? Daryl, can somebody respond? Can you guys hear us online?
Yes, I can hear. We can
Fully?
hear.
All right,
Loud
we're
and
back
clear.
on. Kimberly, sorry. You can have the mic now because we're fully on if you wanted to. Apologies.
Okay. Well, welcome again.
Quick recap.
Yeah, I was gonna say just quickly. We had a great flow of applications for new members. You all, the ones that are here, you all made it. Congratulations. And we have a lot of new faces and a younger group of people that have come in between the ages of 16 and 49. So we have a lot of new, fresh perspectives. Our office is very excited to work with everyone this year. And then I'll repeat this announcement about the cameras. Late last month, we had a joint press conference with NYPD, DSNY, Parks, DOT, and Sanitation, the Sanitation Foundation, for a $1.5 million fund as part of the Clean Streets Are Safe Streets initiative. It's primarily to combat illegal dumping, but the cameras, they'll be installed to track illegal dumping, but also they will also be there to help enhance public safety and improve the general quality of life. So, locations have not been announced. And like I said, I have flyers for other upcoming events. on the table on your way out, so please feel free to take those, and we hope to see you at our future job fairs and other events. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, next, and apologies again, Kimberly. Thank you for your patience. Alina?
Hi, good evening, everyone. So, welcome back and welcome to our new members. My name is Alina Dow. I am the Bronx Borough Director for the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs. So, in short, I am the conduit between everybody, the mayor, and all of the mayor's city agencies. So I know that you just heard some information. So that's one of the city agencies, DSNY, DOT, et cetera, et cetera. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. I share my information. You can reach me at any time. But I do want to make sure that I reiterate that we have to use 311. I actually was happy enough to get the the deputy mayor of public safety over here in the Bronx. We was on the 5-2, and he was actually able to pull up the data from the complaints in 311, and then we were able to get a few RVs towed, some car washes gone. So it wasn't just me saying that the complaints were made, they actually pull the data. So I know how tedious it is, and I know none of us really are, it's a work in progress, 311 is a work in progress, but I'm just asking you to please utilize it, even if you can make the phone call to the chief of the DSNY yourself, please still follow up with a 311 complaint, because that's what we need to collect the data that's showing in this community that things are not right. In addition, I did want to share October 1st, which is Wednesday, we are going to be having a you see, I'm dying now. It's Breaking Bread Building Bonds event that we're going to be having here. It's a mayor's initiative to get people together. And I know that this is something that in the community we've talked about, right? You guys have some new people in the community that are working to bring organizations together. We're not here to talk about problems. This is just actually coming to get to know your neighbor. So I want to make sure to invite you all. And then because I'm here, I did speak to the chair before, but this was during like summer sabbatical. In addition, I am working to get the mayor up into this area to have a town hall. What I do is I reach out to different people in the community, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were a part of it. So since I'm here, I'll just ask if you guys can give the chair permission to share your information with me so that I can invite you guys directly to the town hall that I'm working on, and I'm going to cross my fingers and my toes and my eyes that the mayor will be able to come up. Other than that, it's great to see you guys. Welcome back. Listen, no sleep time. It's time to wake up. All right, bye, you guys.
Thank you. Next, we have Kelly Saunders.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all the newly elected members. I'm super excited to work with all of you. My name is Kelly Saunders, and I am representing Congressman George Latimer's office. Our office is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we are located in the Dreiser Community Center in Co-op City on the second floor, room 3. And our office number, just in case you want to write it down very quickly, is area code 718-530-7888. Our office assists with any issues relating to a federal agency. So that includes, but is not limited to, the IRS, immigration, passports, Social Security, veterans, anything, Veterans Affairs, anything in those wheelhouses, amongst many more, is what we handle. Congressman Latimer was elected just last year, sworn in January. So far, he has completed well over 55 speeches on the House floor and has returned to individuals' pockets over $1.9 million to our community members whom have had issues with the IRS and their taxes. So if you feel as though you may want your taxes re-looked over or have a tax issue that you would like us to look into, please feel free to give us a call. With that being said, our office also conducts mobile office hours throughout Congressional District 16, where we bring our office's services to a location near you. We are always open to suggestions. Any locations you think we should be at in the district, please let us know. Just last week, I was over in Mount Vernon at the library, so places like that. If you want us to come to a community center or library or what have you and have mobile office hours for those that may find it a little too difficult to get to Co-op City or to the White Plains office, please feel free to let us know that as well. The Congressional App Challenge is currently underway, and our office is a participating office. So the Congressional App Challenge is essentially for middle school and high schoolers who are interested in STEM, and they can create their own app. It can be an app on anything, and when I say anything, I mean anything. It could be an app on food. It can be an app to help bring toiletries to the community. It can be an app on how to upload art. It can literally be an app on anything. However, it is either individual or a team of no more than 4. Again, this is for middle school and high schoolers, so if your child or someone you know is interested, please feel free to go to latimer.house.gov. You can find all the requirements there and sign up. And that ends October 30th. We will also be reaching out to local schools in and around the 47th and 45th precincts. So if your child attends schools there, they may be coming home with some more information. But you're always welcome to reach out to our office in regards to anything that you find interesting or anything in which you may need assistance with, again, on a federal level. So that includes Medicare, but not Medicaid, amen. If you would like to reach me, my email is kelly.saunders@mail.house.gov. And again, our office number is 718-530-7888. Thank you so much for your time. Have
Thank you,
an excellent
Kelly.
rest of your night.
We do need support with infrastructure, funds for infrastructure.
Absolutely. Let's get it done.
Yes, Alfredo.
Let Mr. Lattimore know that we would like to see him.
Absolutely.
He promised he'll come back.
I
and
promise
he
I'll come back
hasn't,
and
so
I'll
let
bring
him
him.
know that we're waiting for him.
You got it. No problem. Maybe he'll bring some of those cookies everybody talks about. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. Andy?
I will try to make this brief. My name is Andy Torcios. I am the constituent liaison for Councilmember Kevin C. Riley. So that is your local council member. He is one out of the 2 different council members in this community district. For one, I would like to bring up budget first. So for this fiscal year, well, actually for fiscal year 26, we've accumulated about $280,000 in total funding for sanitation, CEO Works, and ACE programs. Their initiatives would be to just clean up and try to be at best supportive in the community when it comes to just overall sanitation issues in the district. In terms of events last week, and we had our Summer Sounds block party. This coming Saturday, we're having our monthly community conversations. The subject our community conversations for this month is on public safety. So that's going to be this Saturday, September 27th, from 12 to 3. It's going to be at Rama Christian Church. That's 3360 Fish Avenue. It's on the corner of Boston Road. So we are doing public safety this month. So we're trying to focus on getting as many people out there to be able to provide feedback as to how they would like public safety to be. What does it mean to them? What does public safety mean to them, and how can we improve it? We'll have different leaders from different agencies like NYPD. We'll be having people that represent the Bronx in totality to be able to be there to provide solutions, and at least if any feedback that you guys have about public safety can be reiterated to them, they can let you know about the realistic, the expectations on how that can be accomplished. I think that's it for me. In terms of in-office services, just to remind you guys, we have New York State unclaimed funds. So if you feel like you have some unclaimed funds with New York State, we can try to schedule you in for the office. We also have a Veterans Advocacy Project that takes place in our Einstein Loop office. So just try to call our office. The number is 718-684-5509 in order to see if you are eligible for our services. Thank you.
I was going to send an email later, but since you're here, I was going to ask. I was in conversation with Jason Fox as well as the council member about finding a way to set a meeting with the Office of Disability so that way we can expand training for restaurants within the Bronx and all over New York City that already uh, qualify for people to use EBT there to expand their services so that more restaurants can apply that are already within their qualifications, which are for the elderly people that live within our borough, as well as people that are disabled and homeless. So I wanted to know, was there any updates on getting a meeting with the Office of Disability?
I personally wouldn't know. I can bump that up for them. If you could just let me know last time you spoke to, you said Jason Fox?
Yeah, last week. I think it was around last
Okay, that's
week.
fine.
I'll email again. I'll follow up on the thing.
No, that's fine.
but
I could also internally speak with him about it. Any other questions? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any elected official representatives online? If not, we will close. Ronell? Ronell, you can go.
Hi, this is Renell from State Senator Jamal T. Bailey's
Ronell, if
office.
you could speak up a little.
Can you hear me better now?
Slightly. You're coming in very faded.
What about now?
No, but we'll try our best to hear you.
My name is Renell from State Senator Jamal T. Bailey's office. Our office is located at 959 East 233rd Street between Edenwald and Gunther Avenue by the Carvel Ice Cream. So I have one update. We are having a community shower, a community baby shower with Speaker Hasty, Councilmember Riley, Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson, and Congressmember Richie Torres' office. This is October 2nd, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the YMCA. If you would like to RSVP, you can put your contact in the chat, or you can call our office at 718-547-8854. If you know of any expecting mothers or any newborns, you are welcome to come. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Anyone else before we close?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hold on, Andy?
Yeah, I forgot something. Also, our office is doing health bucks. So every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 3, we're giving out health bucks. So thank you. Health bucks, the farmer market tickets.
Health bucks?
Yeah, the coupons, you like $2 off. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the $2 off at any farmer, not any. It has to be certified with, I believe, Department of Health, right? So there's different farmer stands that accept those health bucks. It's $2 off. We're doing it right now at both out of our district offices, Tuesdays from 11 a.m. to 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Rochelle?
Yes, hi. Good evening.
If you could speak up.
Hello? Can you hear me better?
You sound a little faded, but we'll try again our best to listen in.
Yes, sorry about that. Hi, good evening. My name is Rochelle. I'm one of the constituent services liaisons for Congressman Richie Torres' office. So I just have a couple announcements. There is a voting deadline on September 30th for a government shutdown, where, well, the Republicans are waiting to reach for an agreement. They have not yet reached an agreement. Meanwhile, there's also the expansion of the Affordable Care Act, which provides health care for millions of Americans. It's set to expire at the end of the year. If it is not extended, health insurance will raise and millions will risk losing their coverage. As part of the budget negotiation, Democrats are fighting to ensure this critical expansion continues. Also, Congressman Richie Torres this week, he joined 94 colleagues in Congress demanding answers from ICE after there has been alarming reports from Dreamers under DACA protections who are being detained and deported despite their lawful protection. Congressman Richie Torres signed a letter led by Representative Delaya Ramirez and Silvia Garcia. So the key message is the Dreamers contribute to our communities, economy, and country. They're simply asking that the legal protections they were promised are respected and enforced. This summer, we also did back to school giveaways. We gave over 3,000 backpacks And the last announcement is that the DMV located at Fordham, it will be relocating, so it will be closing September 26th, and it is being prepared to be moved to the Bronx Terminal Market. And they will open on October 1st. I'm sorry, I could repeat that. So 696 East Fordham Road, DMV, will close on September 26th. It's being prepared to be reopening at the Bronx Terminal Market. And just a reminder of the services we offer: we assist with federal cases, that is immigration, IRS, Social Security. We also assist with housing issues. Anyone is welcome to call our office at 718-503-9610, and we're located at 540 East Fordham Road. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Alfredo?
Hello, I just want to recognize Madam President Cheryl McNear, the newly elected 47th Precinct President. Welcome, and thank you for being here.
Congratulations. Welcome. Okay, well, that closes our portion of the elected official representatives report. Thank you all for being here. Moving
Hi,
on.
sorry, I had my hand raised.
Oh.
Sorry, my name is Fatmata.
Okay, go ahead. 2 minutes.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Fatmata Kamara. I'm a community engagement coordinator with the Bronx District Attorney's Office. I'm just going to talk about 4 of our events quickly. I could not be there in person today, but I do have handouts on the table over there for y'all to take. So the first one is going to be our Youth Advisory Council, which applications are due tomorrow at the end of the business day, but it's for any students from 8th grade to 12th grade to meet once a month to discuss different topics such as gun violence, youth safety, and it's a really great initiative to be part of. So if you know of any youth, please have them sign up. Tomorrow is the deadline by the end of business day. Next, we have our Reentry Employment Resource Fair, which is happening this Tuesday that's coming up, September 30th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the St. James Recreational Center. And we're going to have workshops on resume building, interview skills, and job readiness. We're also going to have the DMV present there. They're not giving away free IDs. You do have to pay, and you do have to look up online the requirements needed. But it is very helpful because it's like you don't have to go and make an appointment. This is an opportunity to just be able to go and be seen at a much faster rate. The third thing is going to be our interfaith directory form. So if you're a member of clergy or if you attend any specific house of worship, please fill out this interfaith directory. It's just going to be a database for us to have the most up-to-date contact list of clergy members. And if anything happens in your neighborhood or area, we have someone we could contact. We also use this list to invite people over for an interfaith breakfast with the DA herself. And last but not least, we have our 5K, our 8th annual 5K Run, Walk, Roll to End Domestic Violence. And this is partnered with the BP's office as well as the Yankees. So whether you have like a bicycle, a skateboard, a wheelchair, whatever it means to do the 5K, it's going to be Saturday, October 18th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 at our office or on 161st Street and Grand Concourse. And last but not least, I also added recruitment brochures. The DA's office is if it's not the first, it's the second highest employment office. And so we're always looking for different people. You don't need to necessarily be a lawyer or have your law degree to work there. We have different jobs from maintenance to paralegals to supervisors. So you don't need to have a law degree to work with us. That was all. Thank you. And all of these, again, it's outside on the table along with my business card if you have any questions.
Thank you so much. And looking forward to seeing you here in person soon. Okay, so that concludes our portion of our elected officials representative reports. Next on, so I have some news to share. Over the summer, I got accepted into a graduate program. I got a full scholarship. Unfortunately, I do have to step down because this board does deserve all the time in the world, and unfortunately, I will not be able to provide that. But I do feel that we have accomplished a lot. I've been here for 5 years. 3 going on 4 years as chair, and I feel like we accomplished a lot together. We did have our legislative breakfast over the summer. That was the first that we've had here. And so I do want to encourage you all to please continue to fight for the things that we brought up at that breakfast. There's a lot of follow-ups that need to happen. Infrastructure is at the top of our list. Please don't forget that. Please continue to push for that. Please continue to be active. Please show up. I'm so happy to see so many of you here today. Continue with that spirit. Wishing you the very best. I'm going back to continue my studies in the mental health field, and so I am hopeful that I'll be able to come back and work with you all from a perspective of social justice work and help us figure out strategies for our district. There's so much happening in our district. I don't know if some of you have Citizens app. It's a heavy heart every time I have to open that app and see what's happening in our neighborhood and beyond. And so I'm hopeful that I'll be able to come back and work with you all on the mental health field and strategies to help our district move forward. Thank you so much for believing in me and allowing me to be the leader for almost 4 years. Thank you so much. I'll miss you all.
So congratulations on that, but you just can't leave that bombshell and not say who's replacing you. Congratulations.
Because I did earlier, but trust me, this was very, very hard for me. But I know that I'll still be here with you all, so you'll be hearing from me for sure. But so the way the process works is this is why we have a first vice chair and a second vice chair, and so they will continue until you all decide. So as of tomorrow, I'm no longer chair. Clinton will be taking the position. You'll go through the process.
Yeah, beginning tomorrow night at close of business, Clinton will be the temporary chair of the community board. Temporary chair. It's the same as acting. And what will happen next month, Clinton will open the meeting as the chair of the board, acting chair of the board, and at that time, we will take nominations from the floor for the office of chair. And after the vote, if Clinton wants it, John or Tolene, whoever wants to run, then we will have to take a vote and decide who the new chair is. And if it happens to be somebody who's on the executive board, then we will have to take nominations in November to replace that person on the executive board, like either treasurer or secretary and so forth. But that's how the process works. So congratulations, Clinton. At the end of the day tomorrow, you will be the chair of the board.
No running out of here. No, the Knicks are playing. I gotta get out of here. Block party, yes. Okay, so, all right. Please hold your next chair accountable, whoever he or she may be. This is a very important position. It's not easy. This person, he or she, has to work very closely with George, Ursula, who are very, very informative, and your executive officers, and all of you. So please continue to do what you do. Do you want to say anything? No. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to continue district manager's report. George said he will be emailing you. Do you want to say anything, George?
No, the only thing I wanted to say was thank you. We're actually in kind of uncharted territory with Beatrice stepping down. We have not had seamless transitions in our history, so I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for your service. But as Clinton always says, we have work to do. So for all our board members, for our next meeting, just like Carl said, we'll do what we need to do. And so please, the only thing I will say is I want to echo, I know life happens, but I want to echo something that was said by the borough president at the orientation, so I don't want to get myself in trouble. But you guys have to be here. So you guys are here. This is not I'm preaching to the choir, but this is for everybody that's online right now. You have to be here in person. We have exactly quorum, 24. We have 46 board members. There are 20 board members not present tonight. That is a problem. Just because we offer hybrid is not an excuse to stay home. You need to be here all the time. And if you can't be here all the time, then that's something that you need to consider going forward, whether you can serve on this board. Because in the past, we have had trouble making quorum, and it's not just for full board night, it's for committee meetings as well. We just had a committee meeting a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We didn't have quorum. We couldn't bring votes to the floor. So we can't have a vote tonight. So we have to wait to the next committee meeting so that we can have a vote. So please be here. But thank you, Beatrice. Thank you for setting actually a trend. Like, this is positive. So hopefully we can continue that trend. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you for everything. Okay, so, and George will be keeping you updated. There is a public hearing that must happen in October, early October, where you invite the community to come and hear what you're all proposing for the budgetary needs. So he'll be sending out emails. Please show up for that too. That's important. And then we will move on now to the next item on the agenda, which is the approval of board minutes for February 2025 and June 2025. I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes for February 2025 and June 2025.
Second, Robert Hall.
Okay, so Carl Stricker and then it's Robert Hall. Just so that's on record for our note taker. Okay, and now, Ms. Judith Benitez.
I've got to do this because we've had a few changes as we were sitting here. So I'm going to go through the roll call. Judith Benitez, aye. Carlton Berkeley is excused. Carla Bassotti.
Aye.
Again, I'm going to say this to the people on virtual. You must be visible. I'm having the problem where people go offline for whatever their reasons are, they go blank, and then when they think they're going to have a vote, they show up, and then I have to wait for them to put themselves virtual. Yeah, and it has to be the entire meeting. It's not just when we have the voting. And this stands for all the old-time members of the board also. Patricia Boswell? No, aye or nay? We're voting for the minutes. Aye, nay, recuse, abstain. Okay, aye, thank you. Michelle Bromfield? And please, ladies and gentlemen, with the conversations at the table, please hold them to a minimum after we get through this. Okay, because sometimes you talk very softly and I can't hear you, and you're sitting over there, or you're sitting over here, and you have conversations in between. I have to hear what you all are saying. Thank you. Joan Claude? She's muted. Joan, can you unmute yourself, please?
I know it's for the minutes, but I'm going back to attendance. I've been online. I've been visible, I think.
Are you abstaining, or are you saying yea or nay? Abstain or recuse? Joan?
Abstain.
Thank you.
But I'm here, Ms. Benitez, and I
got
also
you.
sent an email. Okay.
Terry Cotton? Etonia Davis? Not present. Tolene Dickerson? Tolene Dickerson? Tierra Dollison, excused. Denise Echeverria is excused. Jaslyn Farmer? Alfredo Figueroa, thank you. Sabrina Fisher, excused. Johnny Goff, excused.
I'm here though. Sabrina Fisher's here.
Sabrina Fisher is here.
Yeah, I've been here. I just didn't want to interrupt you before.
Are you abstaining, yay or nay, in reference to the minutes?
Yay.
Johnny Goff, excused. Sheila Grierson. Robert Hall.
Yay.
John Isaac. Alfredo Camara. Alpha. I got you all mixed together, right? Alpha Camara. Robert Link. Javid Malik. Mark is not present. Lucille Barton. Kimon Martin. Ma'am Mansa, are you here?
Yay.
She's on. Antoinette Mitchell. Antoinette Mitchell. Philomena Moss. Elise Murray. Clinton Mike. Daryl Nami.
Yay.
Got it. Carmen Ortiz, not present. Wayne Palmer. Reginald Paris, not present. Ariel Peters. Dominique Finn. Anthony Reed. Anthony Reed, not present. Nicholas Rosa, not present. Sherry Samuels. I'm sorry, thank you. Karen Skinner? No? No? Okay. Carl Stricker? Aye. Benga Saber? Luke Sabados?
Aye.
Deborah Torado? Troy Thomas? Thank you. Damon Totin, not present or here? Not present. And Beatrice Coronel? Yes, for the last time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Moving on to committee reports, and we're almost done. I'm going to give the mic to John Isaac.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Committee number 1 met on September 15th, and we didn't have a quorum to vote on the presentation by the state DOT about the improvements around Pelham Parkway, the Hutchison interchange. So what's your favor? Would you like to hear what's going on and then we vote on it for letter of support, or should we go back to committee? And it was just basically informational.
Basically, I think, John, that you can bring up what the state presented to the committee that was available at the time. And since the board is here and we have a quorum, we should be able to take a vote on it because it's not a major issue.
I'm so sorry. Can you please repeat that? Because I thought that you had to make quorum in order to do vote. No, I just would like
Now, what
knowledge.
he's doing, if you miss a quorum at a committee meeting, you have the option to bring it up to the full board at the annual, monthly meeting, if it doesn't have a major impact on the community. If it has a major impact on the community, yes, you have to go back to committee again the second time. But being not, it really doesn't impact us at all. We can take a vote on it, but the state has to go to all the boards in the Bronx to get their approval or disapproval on their plan changes to that intersection, which is a major, major hazard.
No, it's not. It's not really. This was more for recommendation, more than safety. The safety already, they're already doing the upgrades, but they just want to let us support. So again, on September 15th, the state DOT came before Committee 1, the Transportation, Economic Development, and the other committees that form Committee 1. And the project is called the Bruckner Expressway Mobility Improvement Project. And that was the improvement to reduce congestion and improve safety along the I-95 corridor between Westchester Avenue and East Gun Hill Road. And it was essentially upgrading signalization and bike lanes. And phase 1 of the improvements was the Bruckner Expressway, Pelham Parkway interchange ring. It improved the off-ramps at Barter Avenue, added bike lanes and native plantings. It's real beautiful. If you have a chance to, when you're exiting off the I-95 going towards City Island, and see how smooth the transition is now with the new stoplights, pedestrian safety. The vehicular traffic and the pedestrian traffic are now completely separated, where there are stop signs. I mean, there are literally not stop signs, but there are signalization and stuff. So, you know, if you're actually taking like one of those bikes out to City Island or Orchard Beach, it's a lot safer. Right now, they're working on there's a lack of direct access to the Hutchison Parkway southbound on the I-95. So they're working on it, trying to reduce congestion. That's the big goal, is to reduce congestion in that whole area, and they work on it. All they came before us to just tell us, you know, we're still working on it. We're doing more improvements, and we would like some support from you guys. And I think we should actually give them the support that they need. Yep. That's it.
I make a motion that we support the state of New York on the safety improvements in the area mentioned. Oh, I thought my mouth was big enough.
Are you finished, Carl? I second. I second your motion. Thank you.
Point of order, can we do a voice vote?
I know. I'm trying to do it this way so we can be a little bit quicker. Those who have abstained, could I get a vote from you as I call your name out? That way we can, then the rest who have voted aye can give me their answer afterwards. But right now, I just want to get to the people who have abstained. Michelle Brumfield? Aye. Joan Claude? Terry Cotton? Lucille Martin? These are for the people who abstain. I want to get their motion, their vote. Kimon Martin? Yeah. Philomena Morse? Aye. Ariel Peters. Troy Thomas. For the rest of the board, how do you read on all of this? Is it I?
Luke Zavados has to recuse. Luke's.
I haven't got, I, okay, Luke is recusing?
I'm recusing.
And the reason why you're recusing, Luke?
I work for a city DOT.
Oh. Yeah, I understand that. I just want to know the reason why. You have to put the reason why. Okay, thank you. Anyone else recusing? So I have an aye from all. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Did you, Talene, you had something? Alpha? Okay, and then we go to you. Alpha?
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? So for Committee 3 meeting, I'm just going to give some highlights. So Alpha and I have really started the Instagram page. I don't know if you're following. Is everybody here following our Instagram? Yeah. And if you aren't, you should be. Okay. If you have Instagram, yes. So we kind of started to showcase stuff. So there's 3 things on there as we speak. So shout outs to me and Alpha for that. We worked really, really, really hard to really launch this social media. I'm going to start going around as well as Alpha to some businesses so that we can ask some questions and also showcase them on our Instagram. We need our board members to really come also and be active on our page. So if you guys can come early before the meeting starts so that we can start shooting people, that would be greatly appreciated. Shooting. We're filming, sorry. You know what I meant. All right. Give Dr. Finn a break. I had a long day. But yeah, so that we can start filming reels so that we can showcase who the members are. Carl, we would like to start with you if that is okay. Yeah, so. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to this, Carl. Yes, you know what I meant. The other thing that I wanted to say was in committee meeting, we also talked about that there is a new medical clinic that will be coming at some point. So they came and kind of gave us a little bit of an overview. I can't remember right now what it is, but they definitely came and gave a little bit of an overview and said that they will be on 218th and White Plains Road. So they will be here soon. They were just coming to kind of introduce themselves and kind of talk about everything. And they also talked about doing a little survey also. Thank you. It is the Bronx Community Health Network. They will be coming on 3763 White Plains Road. Okay, so they will be on 218th and White Plains Road coming soon. Alpha, did you want to add anything? Thank you, Karen. They will actually have services. Dental is also included. Yes, they will also have a dentist on site as well as resources if people need to be connected to services.
Also thinking about Dr. Sherry, thank you for also sharing a lot of health information. Looking to also utilize Dr. Sherry for a lot of information for the community itself. I know Suicide Prevention Month to do short information as well for our social media, 3 minutes or 1.5 minutes, just showing it. So again, it gives more engagement that we're also educating here on the community board as well as helping them fulfill a lot of their needs. And yeah, and then we did a 9/11 remembrance during the committee meeting. And yeah, that's about it.
I want to commend you guys. What you're doing, we've advanced 10 years through social media, so thank you so much. I do want to pass it on to Luke, and then we'll finish with these slides. You're not?
Say that again. Wait, I didn't even hear what Beatrice said.
Oh, that I was going to pass it on to Luke, and then we would finish with the suicide prevention
Okay, that's
presentation.
No problem. That sounds good. She said they're going to do it.
Just giving an update from Committee 2. So we have an exciting announcement, and I'll just give a tiny bit of backstory. About 2 years ago, a school teacher from PS 21, which is on White Plains Road at 225th and 226th Street, came to one of our Parks and Rec committee meetings and said, hey, you got to do something about Renzi Playground. It doesn't look good. You know, it needs some beautification, needs some improvement. We're like, we hear you loud and clear. So the following year, we put it in our statement of district needs. And lo and behold, City of Yes comes around. And projects like this, whether, you know, I know there's a lot of tensions, a lot of different opinions, but they represent really interesting opportunities. And Councilmember Riley was able to secure funding, millions of dollars of funding, to Renzi Playground. So now, Renzi Playground has been awarded millions of dollars for a capital upgrade because we had it on our statement of district needs and because City of Yes passed. So thanks to everybody who make that happen. You know, and over the summer, we've been working with New Yorkers for Parks, Ashlyn, and Stephanie Roth, the school teacher from PS 21. And we've done a couple tabling events where we talk to people, ask them what they want to see in the park. A lot of people say they want to see a dog area. They want to see basketball. They want to see better water fountains for the kids. So we're still accepting ideas. So if you have ideas for Renzi Playground, please let me know. You can also reach out to George in the board office. But really excited to see this. We're going to get some updates from the Parks Department. You know, this is a slow process, but the money has been allocated, and that's what we've been doing this summer.
Okay, new media, if you can share my screen. Thank you so much. Dr. Sherry Samuels, it's all yours. Oh. Aaron?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So as you know, September, amongst other health observances, is Suicide Prevention Month. And just to let you know, unfortunately, there is a high rate, I can't give you the numbers right now, of suicides in the Bronx, especially amongst young people. All right?
And leading that is young black girls right now, number one, so.
Yes. So there is no single cause. Depression and a lot of mental health issues that go underneath of mental health also is one of the causes. You know, bipolar disorder, conduct disorder, anxiety disorder, also pain. Pain is also one, and traumatic brain issues. Environmental causes, having the means of guns and accessible firearms. Prolonged stress, harassment, bullying, which is happening a lot to our young kids, discrimination, you know, a lot of things that often happen, and also not being diagnosed for these mental health issues. So those are some of the leading causes of suicide. Mental health conditions we just went over. What are the
I'm sorry, can I just share? Housing insecurity is a huge risk factor too that we should highlight for our people. Thank you.
Okay, can I finish my report? Thank you. Okay, and some of the warning signs is change in behaviors, talking about killing yourself. I know some people say, well, if they don't have a plan, then it's not true. If someone tells you they want to kill themselves, believe them. Believe in the things that they're trying to say. You know, sometimes they're seeking attention, sometimes they're not. And they want to seek the attention by going through with their actions and not telling anybody. Not having a proper sleep cycle, you know, giving away their possessions, being, you know, aggression, fatigue, being very irritable all the time, which could be any of us, anytime, you know, like tonight. But anyway, these are some of the moods and the signs that happen because of suicide and people's thoughts of suicide. So what do? First of all, be a listening ear. Like I said, if someone is saying they're feeling like they don't need to be here, have a listening ear. Get them help right away. If there's an actual attempt, call 911, have a real conversation with them. You can also text 988 is a suicide hotline, the Suicide Life Hotline. They have a Veterans Crisis text line, which is 838-255. There are local walk-in clinics that are here to help individuals that are talking to individuals that think about wanting to commit suicide, and to have them speak to their doctors, about that. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there's nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and what a beautiful way to end my time here. You all know I do suicide prevention. Thank you so much. Normalizing the conversation is really important. Connect with each other. Isolation is a huge risk factor too. So thank you all, and I'm signing off with so much love at 9:34. That closes our meeting. Thank you so much. And we're back. Can I get a motion to close?
Motion to adjourn. Luke Salvados. Second.
Okay, so we
John
have a
Isaac.
motion by Dr. Finn, and who second?
John
John
Isaac.
Isaac. Good night, everybody be safe.